is Wicked again, and this is Free Draw Friday. So, welcome back to another little stint on that. So, today you're going to be drawing the Joker. So, you're going to need a pencil, whether it's a number 2 or a mechanical, and an eraser. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So, first thing we want to do, just like always, we want to kind of start with a circle for the head. So we're going to go ahead and sketch that out. So if you can tell, I'm kind of stretching it a little bit, making it a little bit wider than usual, but more ovular shape, and that's fine. Okay, the next thing I want to do is we're going to start with our center line. So I'm going to come off the front edge here. So let's start like right here and curve that down. Okay, and then I'm going to throw in my eye line. So I'm going to put mine down around here and kind of come back with that. Alright, and then we're going to start building out our jawline. So let's go ahead and start in this area. Now that the Joker, since he's a villain, we're going to make things more pointy and sharp. He has a more angular face. So I'm going to bring that down. Go ahead and make those two meet here. Okay. So now that I have that set up, we can go ahead and start working with this. We're going to make him have a really sharp brow line. It's going to be. So we're going to start here and make this shape here. Okay. And I'm going to take it back this way. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to arch it back that way like that. Okay. The next thing I want to do is kind of establish his nose a little bit. He's got a very pointy nose in cartoon form, so I'm going to kind of come off and wrinkle this up a little. Okay, and then I'm going to come out with his nose from here. And again, it's going to be more of a stylized version of it, so I'm going to kind of come and make it really sharp and come back. Okay, we're just going to leave that there as a placeholder for now. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is kind of establish the eyebrows a little bit. So we're going to come back this way and make a sharp point come off this way. Okay, and then I'm going to come down and make another angle. Then I'm going to turn up and connect it there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the other side over here, except I'm going to make it shorter, so I have to kind of make this little sharp point that comes off here and just come right back to the eye area there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean up this middle area here in the bridge right here. Clean up in between the eyebrows. And erase that line out. Okay. Now we really want to give him some evil expressive eyes here, so we are going to kind of make this eyeball shape first. Probably going to make it a little smaller than you usually would. Okay. Then I'm going to come to the other side here and just kind of draw this shape of the eyeball. Alright, now the next thing I want to do is start building up this nose a little. So I'm going to bring this over and across, kind of round that. I'm going to give him this really sharp looking nostril here. Okay, we're really going to sharpen that out, so I'm going to stretch that down into there. Now I'm going to come down here to this part of his nose. I'm going to come out from that a little bit on the bottom and stretch that out like that. And I'm going to round it and come back up. Okay, so I'm going to clean up inside his nose over here. Just clean that out. Okay, so now we want to kind of give him these little markings so it looks like he's scowling a little bit more. We really want to stretch that face out. So let's come down here and come down at an angle and then stretch back to a point here. We're going to give him that big old Joker smile. So I'm going to stretch this out. This way. And then I'm going to come down, kind of curve back towards the front a little. Okay, and we're going to come down in here. Let's bring it really close to his nose. Okay, so it's going to be like that kind of upper portion of his lips. So we're going to really turn that back and go up that way. Okay. So now that I have that established, we can kind of shape his lip a little. Come back. Make it really thin. Okay. And now that I have that, I can erase this portion out and we can make some adjustments if we need to. Okay. So I really want to accentuate and make these really sharp cheekbones. And I'm going to bring his eye back. Come down to a point. We'll make these little wrinkles in the face with those lines. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw in his eye right here, and obviously I'm going to be able to see most of that on this side right over here. Okay, so we want to come down with a sharp rounded point here. Then I want to accentuate that cheekbone right out here. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is we're going to work on adding some teeth in here. So we're going to make some adjustments. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead, let's clean up this area, that back part. So with his face, we're gonna come right here and bring that down. And erase that out. Okay, I'm gonna now add in his bottom lip. And just curve down into that. Okay, we're gonna add in some teeth and stuff later. So let's go ahead and start with this point here. He's kind of got like a widow's peak going. So let's just start here and come back and make another line that comes out. And we'll come back over here. Let's add in another one right in here. Okay. Now I want to come off this cheekbone here. It's right here. We're going to add in this kind of curve shaped and turn up towards our head. Okay. Then I want to kind of give him his ear. So we're going to go very stylized, so I'm going to kind of curve up and then round it out. So kind of a rounded top here. Come out. And then we're going to turn it down this way and bring it in right here. Okay? So we want to keep things angular so it kind of looks like he has an elf ear a little bit, but it's not too crazy. So I'm going to come up and define the inside of his ear, so I'm going to bring that in. Just like that. Okay, we're going to add in a few more lines on here, so let's go ahead and add in another turn right here. And we can add triangular shape right there. Okay, so now that allows us to make adjustments to the face later. Alright, so we have this piece that comes back. We're going to have another one that sits a little higher up here, and then one more right there. So we can bring this forehead down and angle it more. Alright. So now I want to come off the back end of the ear here. I'm going to add a shape here. So we're going to really slick back that hair. Okay, we're going to start right here. I'm going to turn it back and go up. That. So let's turn this piece out and round it. Kind of go up like that. And we can use this area go up that way. Okay, then we're going to come back here down to the head. Make this next one a little bigger. A little more to it. Okay, so we're going to kind of give our Joker a crazy hairdo. So let's clean up the inside of our picture. Clean out those lines. Let's bring that hair up like that. let's just go around, kind of touch up, clean up everything else. So it looks a little cleaner. Okay, so I can tell by looking at this that I'm going to make some adjustments. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring in the teeth. Okay, so I'm going to start here and come back, kind of curve on both sides. And round it. And give them a sharp tooth there. And then kind of round out the rest of his teeth. Make it more of a creepy smile. So let's go ahead and do this other side over here. Like that. And just continue that big smile back. Actually, let's erase the bottom of those teeth. And let's bring them down just a little bit more. Okay. Add one more in right here. And now I can adjust this bottom area when we get to it. Okay, so we're going to erase out just this area for now. Alright, so what we're going to do is bottom teeth. So we're going to bring that down around that. Connect these two pieces here. Okay, so our bottom teeth, we have shorter teeth on this side, so there's going to be more teeth laying up next to that one. Then we're going to use the teeth we have to build up the rest of his smile. So like these gaps in here, when we draw these shapes, we can fill those in. So I'm going to bring that tooth down a little bit more. So the rest of it is just lining the teeth up and rounding out the bottom. Just remember, this is more my version of the Joker, okay? It's going a little bit creepier. So now we have that smile. Let's stretch that back like that. And we can come down just below. So it looks like we have a gum line. Come just below the tooth line here and stop like that. Come out and kind of sharpen our angles here. And then kind of round this up that way. Okay, so I'm going to start probably right here. Finish adding in his lip. Okay, then we want to establish a chin. So he's going to have a very angular, squared off chin. So we're continue it that way, and then exaggerate it up like that. So now we can erase out this old jawline and use that. Just going to clean up a couple areas. Okay, so now that we have that, we can draw our line and probably stop like right here. Then skip a space, come back, and really sharpen that down. Just like that. Okay? So, now that we have that established, we can kind of give him a neckline by coming right off the back end of the jaw like this. Okay? And then we're going to kind of build up his outfit from here. So we're going to round this towards the front of his chin. Okay? Now we need to come off this back end here to kind of give him a collar. I'm going to round it like this. Then I'm going to turn it downward this way and kind of have it come out like a lapel and turn in like that. Okay, so I'm going to just follow along that neck and make a point here and turn it inward and come down. Okay, and then we have his button-up shirt here, and then his tie. So we're going to make a small line like this, and then round it up, and bring that tie down. Okay, come to the other side, and stretch the tie out. That. Kind of cut that down. It's for a cutoff spot. Then we can turn this back end like that and really use this piece down here. Let's come out this way and bring it in like that. And let's turn it and make it kind of stick out on the side over here. Come back in towards his teeth. Okay? So now you can come in and separate where the shoulders would be at. So let's kind of come out this way. And then we're going to draw his suit change up here to the shoulders. Right? Now we're going to see a little bit of that over here. Okay, so we want him to kind of have this chest line here. And then we can have his shoulder come off that way. Alright. Then he's got his usual stripe work in his outfit. So let's build that up by just keeping them the same direction and attaching parallel lines to it. So I'm going to add another one here. Come right off the edge here. Okay, we can come here and work on another one. Come right off the edge there. So let's just kind of go back over those since they were just kind of sketchy. Let's straighten them out. Thicken the lines up. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, sometimes Joker doesn't have stripes, but we're going to give him stripes on this. Okay. So we're going to kind of follow that ridge line there. Turn this one out like that. Okay, so we're going to give him kind of stripes on the inside. Now let's bring his arm this way. Bring this in so that they're touching. Okay. Now we're going to go back over the hair. Make sure those lines are dark. Just kind of re-going over everything so it's not so light and sketchy looking. Okay. So let's go ahead and fill this in like that, just so we can give it an outline. Okay, I'm going to darken up this eyebrow, but let's turn in a line right here. Can darken that out. Okay, I'm going to come down this lip right here, darken that up, and this side of the hairline here I'm going to turn in a little bit just to give it a little bit more detail. Okay, then I'm going to do my little trademark thickening of the edge. Okay, again, it just helps make it pop a little bit more. So with doing this, we've done our own style and version of the Joker. So sometimes it's good to see if you can come up with your own unique style of doing things. So like you could pull up a reference of the Joker, or any character that you're doing for that matter, and just try to put your own twist on it. That way it's your own design, your own artwork. So we'll just continue around. Connect that in and thicken up those edges. And like I said, that's the point of these Fun Draw Fridays, is just have some fun, kind of learn how to, you know, come up with new art styles, how to put your own twist on things. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worse, but experimenting and trying new things is not going to kill your artwork, okay? Alright, let's just finish this up. And again, you don't have to do this part. I like I say every week, this is the part that I like. Just makes it stick out more. Makes the eyes focus on the image by doing that. Just keep working your way around if you want to. Finish off this bottom part. Okay. Now there's a couple more things that we can do. Like these stripes are really standing out, so we could thicken up these bottom lines under the lapels on his coat. That way it's not so hard against the stripes. So we can thicken those up if we want to. Again, you don't have to. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of look over areas and see if they got a little lighter from erasing and just fix those up. But other than that, this is my version of the Joker. So, I hope you had fun, and I would love to see your work, so please feel free to share it on my Twitter account at WickedArt5. Love to see how yours turned out. Also, if you have any suggestions, obviously I try to keep this a little bit more kid-friendly. If you have any suggestions for things that you would like to see me draw that you guys can follow along with, you can leave them in the comments of the other videos, just because I like to keep this one more kid-friendly, so it's not, comments aren't really on. So, other than that, here's a stylized Joker. I hope you had fun, and I can't wait to see how your work is. And until then, keep sketching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.